What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. You know, a lot of people in this community and my subscribers, shout out to you guys from over here to the USA, from over across the pond to the UK, has been commenting on Anthony Joshua and his encounter with Tyson Fury. Okay. Now, of course, we wonder what they were talking about. It was very coincidental that these guys showed up at the same place, the same country, you know what I mean? That's very, very strange. So it does get you and get your mind, your antennas to twirling, right? To see what is the world is going on. You know, could it have been that these guys are talking more in depth of the details about the fight, this, that, and the other? We won't ever know until someone comes forth with that info, either AJ or Tyson Fury. However, the talk of the town is not just Tyson Fury and AJ, but AJ himself, his condition. The dude looks jacked. He looks huge. He looks like that June 1st version of Anthony Joshua that got beat for the first time in his career at Madison Square Garden by Andy Ruiz. Just looking at him, you know, a side picture. You know, you're looking at his left hand. You know, he looks very cut, looks big. He almost looks like he's been back on the weights, okay? Now, a lot of people, let me counterpunch you, that say, hey, oh, man, he's back on the juice because he's in the UK, yada, yada, yada. Okay, first of all, let's stop with all the accusations. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jarrell Miller's been popped. Roy Jones has been popped. Canelo has been popped. A lot of fighters have been popped, okay, with performance-enhancing or banned substances in their body. AJ is not one of them, okay? So let's keep it simple. Deontay Wilder hasn't got caught with drugs that I heard of, you know, him or AJ, right? So those guys are in the clear as far as I'm concerned. So let me counterpunch you right there. We're not going to get deep into that messy or any kind of conspiracy theories. But a lot of people would construe that, would say, oh, man, he looks like he's on the juice, whatever. I think that he's decided to bulk back up due to the size of Pulev. Pulev's a pretty big guy, 6'4", 250, right? So I think he feels he needs to bulk up, or maybe this is how he is without a full stringent training camp. You know, but the strange thing is I just saw him with hitting the heavy bag. It lets you know he either just recently got a haircut, because he looks shaved in the back of his head. He had a full head of hair, you know, like that Showbiz the adult style hair that he had, or that June 1st through December 7th haircut where he didn't grow anything. I mean, he didn't shave anything and he just grew everything out, and then he had like a little baby fro. This here is a picture of this guy with a shave. He looked like he just got a fresh cut, and he looks jacked. But I'm going to tell you this. If he's back on the weights, if he's powerlifting again, if he feels he needs to do that, I think that's a mistake. I believe if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I also believe that if it didn't work one time, don't try it again. You know? However, he has won, 22 other times? Or 23 other times? With that same style, you know? But it just makes, it's not very settling for me to see him jacked like that. I mean, he's a big guy anyway, let's face it, you know what I mean? Like he just looked like he just had something to eat, you know, truth be told. You know, like he just, you know, scarfed down something. But I think he should stick to the Klitschko diet. I think that's the best endurance or conditioning version of Anthony Joshua I ever seen. December 8th. That's why I knew that was hope for him. As far as that, you know, Canelo had stamina problems. Oscar De La Hoya had stamina problems. That lets you guys know that, yeah, there are other fighters that were either great or striving to be great, or very good fighters that have stamina issues, okay? Joshua was one of those guys. However, he changed that narrative altogether. he showed that, hey, not only that I can, keep up with you guys, but I can do that on my toes, bouncing on my feet for 12 rounds. Okay? He had to have some hella shape. And I think him doing that with Pulev could be a good or bad thing. Because Pulev's definitely coming and he has some sneaky, awkward punches. He does. So it's going to be a chess match. I see it similar to Joseph Parker until until somebody hits somebody. But it's just very, very interesting to see Anthony Joshua that big. Again, I think that's not his natural weight. He's not 40 years old, people. He doesn't have a 40-year spread. He's just eating. He's getting jacked. I think he's doing things. Maybe it's like what he was doing in the quarantine time. Probably just hitting the weights. Nothing to really do. Do cardio every so often, but he's really hitting the weights. And to the look of the guy, it looks like he's in love with them. So I can understand him not wanting to lift weights. What I'm saying is, when he goes into training camp, he needs to be around the same size so he can withstand round after round. Okay, so it is very interesting to see, but I mean, again, you don't see the whole body of him right there. You just see his side, but even his side, looking at him sideways, you know what I mean, looks massive. You know what I mean? A lot of people could or should be nervous if he comes in like that. What if he comes in and gets hurt in the third or fourth round? And then, his blood's already pumping. He's already overweight because he has too much muscle on. Muscle is not your friend in the heavyweight division a lot of the time, most of the time. Because you have to stay fluid, okay? You can't be all tight and stuff like that. And I think he got that nickname as the robot because all he did was work out. I think I've said that before, but what happens, your tendons and everything gets tight, so everything is robotic, kind of. You know what I mean? And I think he was much more flexible and versatile when he fought Andy Ruiz, and I think the power was still there, though. That's most important. I don't know if much will be or much more will be there if he packs on weights, and I think we may get the opportunity if he goes in like that, right? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua's massive bulk up. Leave your comment below. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.